Chris.
What up, everybody? How y'all doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
We are live
Doing
and
good,
in
everybody.
person.
Welcome to What'd you say,
hold
Keith?
on. We got Coach Dante. I said we got Coach Dante coming. I told you I was coming today, live and in person.
Oh, okay.
There he go, the man.
The man.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Good. I'm good.
I'm
Good,
good.
good. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Courtside View. I'm your host, Chris Robinson. Right above me is the man, Coach Dante. We got Key live and in person this week, early on time. What? Look out.
Uh,
And then right below Miss Key, we got the man, the con man. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing well. What's going on, y'all?
As long as y'all don't talk about the Sixers, y'all don't gotta hear me rant. So let's
I
go.
all that.
Oh, no, they coming up.
Well,
Oh.
first of all, what I want to say, I look up them Sixers was up 14 early. Now they down 16 by the Pacers. My bad, Keith. But hey,
That's crazy.
Sad.
Man, we are gonna have to talk about those Sixers because I don't
Please
know what's
not.
going on with. Well,
We don't.
I think we
We
know
don't
what's
have
going
to
on
talk
with them.
about it.
Daryl Morey's thought process on some things. Nah, we do. Dante wants to.
oh my god. I hate.
But
Yeah,
we're gonna get things started off this week. Just talking about some of the games that happened over the past week. A big one was the OKC Boston game that just happened last night or Wednesday. I'm sorry. OKC was able to pull that one off. A lot of people said that that's going to be a finals preview. We saw OKC win that game. In your opinion, does that make OKC the favorite to win the title this year? I'm going to start with you, Mr. Khan, man.
You know what? I think they definitely have to be considered. That game against the Celtics, which I don't like. Boston, they took 63 3-pointers. If you watch their offense, they were all spread out and they kept shooting the three. You live by the three, you die by the three. I think Oklahoma City playing without their second best offensive weapon, by the way, Williams. I think that they are so in tune. I like the way they play the defensive tendencies. They just play more team-oriented basketball. And I think in a 7-game series now, they will beat the Celtics. I think Oklahoma City has a great chance of being in the finals and winning it all.
So you think that was a finals preview?
You know what? You better watch out. You got to watch out. Right now, Philadelphia, we know they ain't in it. Milwaukee is kind of tough. You already know that. I'm sorry, Keith. Sorry, boss. But no, I think that, Milwaukee might give them, a bit of a fit. But I think Boston has the depth. They shouldn't be playing well together. And I think it could very well be a finals preview.
All right. Keith, let me get your opinion on it.
It could very well possible be the finals preview. When Boston gets hot, they are hard to stop and guard. But them 3-pointers is crazy. 63, and they still lost. Just imagine if they was on all 63. I mean, I know that's tough to do, but when they play their game, they're hard to stop. Especially if Tatum goes off, if Brown goes off. Derek White can go off. Pritchard, who is going to be a 6 man this year, he can come off the bench and score points. He's another 3-point shooter. Robert Williams, he glass man too, because he can't stay on the court either. But when he's on there, he's a good presence defensively. But That could be a finals preview. I'm gonna still take Boston now.
All right, Coach Dante.
Uh-oh.
Well, like the comment said, the Sixers damn show won't be facing Boston. Even if they were healthy,
We wouldn't get out the first round.
They wouldn't beat Boston.
Y'all ain't
anyway.
even in the play-in, so
Even if they were healthy, they not better than the Knicks or Boston anyway. So the problem is they can't stay healthy, and even if they healthy, they still struggling anyway. So they down show will be in it. But I can see Boston getting back because the way the Eastern Conference is, I see them beating Cleveland in the 7-game series. Like I know Cleveland is the best team in the Eastern Conference as far as record wise, but I still see them beating Cleveland. I still see the Knicks. I see the Knicks in a Boston Eastern Conference finals matchup. I can easily see that one. I can see Boston making the NBA finals before. OKC, man, something's tricky about the Western Conference, man. The Warriors, they are 13-1 with Jimmy Butler up on the team. That's an interesting team to play. You got the Wolves still winning basketball games. Ja Morant is an interesting. If Ja Morant is on the court, that Memphis Grizzlies team can be interesting to play. So I say the Thunder the best team right now. The Thunder the best team in the West right now. But will I give them? Well, I say it's a finals preview. I'm willing to hold on to that because the West is still kind of it's just tough, man. It's tough, man. You just got so many good teams when they're healthy. You just got so many good teams, and it's all about matching up who you match up against in the Western Conference. Where in the East, it's pretty much predictable in the Eastern Conference. You really got 3 teams in the Eastern Conference. Depending on who you play, you really got 3 teams in the Eastern Conference as of right now, who you can say can get to the at least the Eastern Conference Finals, but you only really got that two teams that I would say I'm feel comfortable with. That's the Eastern Conference Finals preview, and that's Boston against New York. But I will say Boston. I will pinpoint Boston, but I'm willing to hold off on OKC in the West.
all right. You don't think there's 4 teams in the East, though? You don't got Milwaukee or Cleveland? You don't trust them?
No, I'm not. Well, the problem is Cleveland the best team in the Eastern Conference, but I don't think they're better than Boston. And I don't think, as far as in the Eastern Conference right now in the regular season, I don't think they're better than New York or Boston in a 7-game series. Not in the first. Not if you have to match up against one of them in the second round. I think they get beaten in that second round.
Yeah,
I think they get beaten in the second round by either one of them.
I understand that. Man, I think the thing on OKC is kind of something you were just talking about. Hell, they've been pretty good this year, all besides Chet. And they still been, doing it without Chet. And that's when he's there, they're amazing. They great without him. So if he can stay healthy in the playoffs, say it again.
They got Hartenstein too.
Yeah.
That's a very underrated pickup, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what he brought, but he brought some toughness or something to them boys, and that's been a big difference maker. He's he's dirty, not dirty, but he's a dog, and like that's translating to OKC's performance. I think you got the MVP on that team. It's as great as they are, though. I still can't put all my faith in them to win the title this year.
That's what I'm. Yep.
I think they can have a great playoff run. They can make the Western Conference Finals.
Yep.
But it's all gonna come down on who they match up with. Really, I think the second round is gonna be the big determination for them.
Yeah, who they match up with.
Yeah. And as we talk on throughout tonight, we'll bring up teams who can possibly they'll meet in the second round, and if we think they got a shot against them, but because in the West you got so much experience, and that plays a big role in the playoffs.
Yeah.
OKC is great, but they're still young. They're the youngest team.
Youngest team.
They don't translate in the playoffs, unfortunately.
I mean, they got a taste last year, but maybe they can come on. The first round definitely they'll advance. Just that second round matchup is who we got to see. Do they get or are they going to get a Denver team who's very experienced in the playoffs, especially with Joker? I'll get in my little not rant about Joker, but I get into him later on. But they got Joker. You may see a veteran depending on how the Lakers end up turning up. LeBron comes back, they might jump back up in the seeding, but still the Lakers, never know who they're gonna face in the second round if the Lakers get out the first round. But it's gonna be that smart basketball they're gonna have to play. Well, their matchup's gonna be tough in the second round, so we'll see.
Yeah, because there's a chance they can meet Golden State second round, and we all know playoff Jimmy's are different. Is different.
Yep.
Hey, Key, I got a quick question for you, Key.
Oh Lord, y'all.
You know who hit the game winning? You know who hit the game winning shot against Portland?
No, who was it?
Mikal Bridges.
Oh my, Mikal! You mean not Mikal Bridges? You mean Matisse?
Mikal Bridges that y'all traded on draft night. That's from Philly that played at Villanova.
Mikal Bridges ain't on Portland.
No, he hit it
against
on Portland. He hit it on Portland.
Oh, yeah,
it was in overtime.
Yeah.
That one right there hurt. Mikal Bridges, that's a everybody should be like Mikal Bridges. That man don't sit down for nothing.
Nope.
He plays all 82 games. And that one year he got traded, he played 83.
Crazy, right? You know what? Since we talked about Mikal Bridges, let's go ahead and bring him up. Great segue, Key. So earlier this week, it came out that a man who has played 82 games hasn't missed a game. He didn't miss a game in college. I don't know about high school, but probably since, Pee Wee, like his first grade, he didn't miss a game. Rain, sleet, snow, Mikal Bridges is going to be there. Injury, it don't matter. This man had a conversation with Coach Thibs about minutes. We all know that's Thibs' history. He going to work the hell out of you. I just want to get y'all's thoughts on it. Mr. Khan, man, I'm going to let you kick it off.
Well, they interviewed Thibs and asked him if there was a conversation. He said no. I don't know about that. He said that there was no conversation. Now, I was watching a couple of shows this morning, and they were saying that Bridges has no juice, enough juice to make a comment. Stephen A. went back and said that, this guy don't complain. He don't say nothing. He plays every damn game. And if he's saying something, there's something there. And he's not just talking about himself. He's talking about the rest of his team. And we all know that Thibs plays 6 guys, maybe 7, on a good night. And the minutes have taken its toll in the previous years. I think that, Thibs wants to keep things in-house, which I respect, as opposed to putting anything out on in the public, in the media. But we know they must have had that conversation. And in order for him to say that, there must be something there. And by the way, you guys also check it out too, that Hot and Brunson have their own podcast. And something's up. That's all I got to say. They have their own. Everybody has their goddamn podcast. I don't care. Everybody has a damn podcast. But anyway, what I'm saying is that they have their podcast. So something is up. I mean, you draft players. You got players on your team. Why not use them? You know what I mean? The minutes is definitely has become an effect on the Knicks. It's already been proven. But Thibs is Thibs. What are you going to do? That's the way he is.
Dante?
For someone to be quiet like that, that don't say nothing, like you said, that hasn't missed a game. But if a person that don't really say too much, it's got to be something. It's got to be something talked about. It was definitely a discussion. I know throughout the media, you want to try your best to deny it and not make it seem like it's no discussion. But then again, at the end of the day, you can tell by a look on a player's face. You can tell when the player's not used to really saying anything. And Mikal Bridges hasn't really said nothing throughout his whole career about any organization or anything. But Thibs has a history. Again, you look at Derrick Rose at his peak. I mean, against the 76ers. I mean, this man, y'all up by 16. You lead a game, man in the game. You lead a man in the game. What is he in the game for? You look at Joe, you look at Doc Rivers did the same thing with the 76ers against the Toronto Raptors. He about 30. Why is he in the game to get a broken face? You about 30. Why is he still in the basketball game? For a man for Siakam, and then everybody gets on Siakam and want to make Siakam look bad, want to say, and then want to threaten Siakam. But the person you should look at is Doc Rivers, because he left the man. Why is he in the game when y'all up 30? Why is he even in the game to get his face broken? So again, Thibodeau, he plays like a 7-man rotation, man. He plays, Deuce McBride. He plays Cameron Payne, a man that the Sixers did have that they let go, that's having a good year again. But other than that,
free agency. It was free agency. They didn't re-sign him back. We didn't let him go.
They let him go. They let him go. They let him go. They let a good one get away right there. But he plays like a 7-man rotation. So again, in the playoffs, when you get into those playoffs, rotation shortens even more. Sometimes it depends on how the game going on. But again, it was definitely a conversation. It had to be said something. Mikal Bridges, I mean, he's been quiet. He hasn't really said nothing. He doesn't have a history of really saying anything as long as he's been in the league. So it was definitely a conversation. You just know all the naysayer. He just know he's gonna be a professional and not want to say anything about it. But it was definitely a conversation. You can tell it was a conversation.
Key, your thoughts?
Thibs is, as everybody said, Thibs is known for this. Look what happened with Derrick Rose. Let's go back in the playoffs when the Knicks played our 76ers. Well, my 76ers. Josh Hart. It was 2 games where he didn't come out at all. So this man played a whole 40 minutes. That put a wear and tear out on you. And it showed in the next round. They got the brakes beat off of them. Especially with Brunson, it's going to take toll. It's going to take toll on. It takes you're out there playing that many minutes without sitting. It's going to take a toll on your body. I don't care. You the strongest man in the world, got the most endurance. It's going to take a toll on you, especially for the next round. You want your guys fresh. McBride? Who else? I know they got Mitchell Robinson. I know they definitely missing Hartenstein, but. They got OG Anunoby. Well, he's in the starting rotation, but you're going to have to mix up the lineup. You're going to have to get somebody a break, especially when the playoff time comes. Yes, I know you want all your stars on the floor. You're going to have to rest them. And for Mikal Bridges to say something, it's obviously something going on in there, because you never hear him in the news media about nothing. He's quiet. He's one of them guys that goes in and works. Then he earns his paycheck. He don't complain. He gonna go there, play a back-to-back. He don't care if it's 3 games in a row. He gonna play. You know why? He a professional, and this is what he gets paid to do, to go to work. So it's something definitely going on. But of course they're gonna die down. It's New York, especially the big market like New York. So I mean, Thibs gonna deny it, but it's definitely, you can tell it's definitely something going on in there. But they got to do something. Thibs can't go down, and then Brunson or somebody gets hurt. Or one of them main guys, they're going to be like, Mikal Bridges tried to tell y'all something with them minutes. But you can't have Josh Hart. You can't have Josh Hart going into a playoff series playing 2 games and don't sit down. That's ridiculous.
Nah, yeah. I mean, like we said, Thibs has this history. Derrick Rose, surefire Hall of Famer. Why are you in this game, though? Like, that changed the trajectory because Thibs just going to work the hell out of you. I mean, Mikal Bridges has not missed a game. Think about like how many players just miss games because they want to sit at home and eat chicken sandwiches and play PlayStation. They don't feel like coming today. Mikal Bridges is gonna be there, but if he's the one who is saying, "Hey man, we're doing too much," like that should tell you something. And like Dante said, you already doing maybe an 8-man rotation. When the playoffs come, that's gonna shorten. So what are you gonna run? 6? Like, come on, man. You can't do that. Mitchell Robinson's already just coming back from a bad injury. Like, it's too much. I don't know like what they're gonna do. I mean, this is his MO. We as fans know it. The players are seeing it finally. So I don't even know how they're gonna change it, because if Thibs is denying it, he ain't gonna make no adjustments to do anything about it. Mikal played 39 minutes, which is short for a player. Like, that's wild.
Hey,
Just
folks,
hope that Thibs do something before it gets worse. Go ahead, comment.
3 Knicks players have played the most minutes in the NBA. 3 of the Knicks. What does that tell you? And that's it.
So, Cat and Brunson both play 35 minutes a game. Mikal Bridges plays 37.8. Anunoby 36.7. Josh Hart 37.9.
Mm.
Then McBride 24. Payne 14. Princess Achoa 21. Everybody else, Jericho Sims might get 10, but your main guys is the starters. They play over about 35 minutes a game.
Yep.
Yeah,
Especially, I think the guard play. You got 2 guards that can come off the bench and make things happen. You got Miles McBride and you got Cameron Payne who can make stuff happen. So you can alternate Jalen Brunson minutes and stuff like that. And OG, you can make some things happen, because in the playoffs, like I said, you may get away with it regular season, and you may not get away with it regular season. But again, those minutes gonna shorten. A lot of players that like that this goes for any team in the league. Like, some of the players that have play time in the regular season may not have that same type of play time in the playoffs, because playoffs is say you trying to win, you trying to do whatever it takes to win a game. So I say then losing Hardenstein, I mean that doesn't help, because Mitchell Robinson don't stay on the floor, so you don't know when he's gonna play or not like that. So that's another dude that you can use to eat up some minutes for, Karl Anthony Towns. But other than that, though, especially at the guard play, you don't want to be hurting at the guards. You don't want to be hurting at the main position, at the quarterback position on the floor, on the court. You don't want to be hurting at that position.
That's it.
Yeah, nah. And then it's like they're 3 seed right now. That's probably where they're gonna end up being. I don't think they're gonna play enough win enough games to catch up with Boston, and I don't think they're losing enough to drop past Milwaukee. So I understand you gotta get them some minutes and everything, but like, you can relax a little bit now. We almost at coasting time. Start getting the playoff mode. If it was the West, that's a whole different story. 2 through 8, that's gonna be a battle in the West. But yeah, hopefully Thibs figure something else out, because you don't want to have frustrated players going into the playoffs, especially when y'all really got a shot this year. Y'all can make some noise, do something, but if you got a voice like Mikal Bridges having to speak up, that says a lot. Because honestly, on that team, there's not really an ego. As good as Cat is, there's no egos on that team. So you're gonna have unity and all that. But if you're frustrated with your coach, not a good sign. Got to figure something out.
And think about this, if you don't mind me. They gave 5 picks to get no-show, who's not a no-show anymore.
He's not missing no-show no more.
Yeah, no, not at all. But they gave up 5 picks. What the hell are they gonna do? There's no trust, no faith, no nothing.
Nah. But playing like that can lead to injury. And since we're gonna talk about injuries, let's talk about a big injury that's happened with the Lakers.
Oh,
this past Saturday, playing Boston.
This is your team now.
I know. My turn. All right, I'll take it.
Let's go ahead and kick it off, man. How you feeling about LeBron? About your Lakers without LeBron right now.
Well, okay, I'll answer the second one first. Obviously, they're hurting, and they played 6 games in 8 days. They played Milwaukee last night, and they're playing Denver tonight. They played Denver again, and they play Milwaukee again.
That is a crazy road trip.
They are going to expect
like back to back Denver and Milwaukee. Like who did that?
No,
boy.
I think coach has something to do with it. But anyway, I think
we played back to backs too. We've been playing like it ain't nothing. So we gonna get in to us in a minute, but we've been playing like this whole second half. It seemed like we played really nothing but back to back. So we really had tough. We played the toughest part of our schedule earlier though. We played the toughest. Y'all play. It seemed like every time y'all play somebody tough, man. But this is a gauntlet back to back. You guys finish though.
Come on, Denver twice.
In the travel though, like. Milwaukee and Denver ain't no skipping to jump away from each other, like
and without the king.
And those are 2 hard teams to go.
And know what's going to end up happening? I think that Luka's going to try to take on too much responsibility, and he might get hurt. You know what I mean? But one thing I will say, my Lakers, I gotta say what I gotta say. LeBron, that game against the Celtics, or whoever they played, however it was. When he flopped, it was through the elbow, and then he flopped. I mean, come on, man. That really pissed me off. I'm sorry. That was so obvious. I'm a Laker fan, but you know what? I got so much heat. You all know. I'm getting phone calls. I'm getting texts. I'm getting everything because Keith, I'm getting so much heat that, what's up with your boy? What's up with your... And I got no comeback. I can't say a damn thing because he flopped. He's a damn flopper. I don't like it. But anyway, to answer your question, I'm one of my rants. But anyway, I think they're in trouble. I think they were doing well before he got hurt. Right now, with that 6 games in 8 days on the road, I think they're going to get smacked. I think it's going to be hard to recuperate. And then, you know what? When LeBron does come back, he's going to milk that injury because ankles are one of the worst injuries you can possibly have because they maintain. So that's going to be a problem. So to answer your question, I think they're going to get smacked. I'm hoping they come out with 3 wins. I don't even know if that's going to be possible, but they're going to get smacked. I hate to say it, but they're going to get smacked.
Yeah, I'm looking at the upcoming schedule. Whew. Tonight they got Denver.
Yep.
Saturday, they got Phoenix. Then Sunday, Monday, I'm sorry. Wait, Sunday is Phoenix. Sunday, San Antonio, without De'Aaron Fox, without Wemby. Unfortunately, that's a W for y'all.
1.
Then, on the 19th and the 20th, they got Denver and Milwaukee again.
Oh my God.
I told y'all.
Like what?
Hey, what?
Y'all may can catch Milwaukee in LA again because it's y'all might can get.
Hey, by the way, man, we got one more back to back, and that's tomorrow. We play the Bulls tomorrow. My Rockets tomorrow. So, but we got one more. But we've been playing a lot of back to backs though. But they got y'all in the guy. Oh my. Lord Jesus! This stage of the year,
y'all may be able to get San Antonio and Phoenix,
maybe Phoenix,
maybe.
Yeah. It depends on how Devin Booker feel that day.
Yeah.
We know KD will show up. He gonna try to show up against the Lakers, but that's on. Well, Booker gonna want to bust Luka. That's an L. Keith, your thoughts on LeBron and the Lakers?
Whenever LeBron is not on the floor, it definitely hurts the Lakers. Like I said, LeBron is 40. He's the most fit person on the floor in the league, playing at 40 at a high level that he is still playing. So you can't replace a LeBron James on your team. There's no other person that's going to step up besides Luka. But who gonna fill in those 20 points he gets to average a game? Reeves gonna come alive? Dalton Connect? Who's gonna show up besides Luka? Who's got? So it gotta be team basketball to contribute for LeBron missing. And that's going to be tough matchup. Like that, sheesh. I got to see Joker twice.
Right?
I have to shake my head. I can't say nothing else. LeBron is definitely missed. And he's a groin injury he got, right? Or his ankle?
Groin.
It's a groin injury.
It's a groin.
Yeah.
That
So,
takes time. That groin injury takes time,
And
bro.
them groin injuries is tough.
Didn't they
It's,
keep him
it's
out for a
almost like
while
a
a few
hamstring.
years ago?
Yep.
They kept him out for a while a few years ago, right?
Yep.
Yeah, last year. But what happened last year, it popped. This year it didn't pop. It's not as extensive as it was last year. But still, groins are groin.
Those groin injuries, and they hurt.
But
That takes time. It's like
So they take time.
Injury, yeah.
It's like a hamstring. You can't rush them.
You can't rest.
I know.
And he's 40. Granted, he's a super athlete, but he's 40 still.
Right. Father Time, catch up with you sooner or later.
It sure does. Believe me, I know.
Dante, what's your thoughts on him?
Well, like LeBron James is 40 and still putting up numbers and still showing how much he means to a team instead of someone. I mean, LeBron James spending $1 million on his body. He take care of his body. He ain't Joel Embiid out there out of shape and ain't doing nothing. He doing something. LeBron doing something during the summer. But unfortunately, like when LeBron gets hurt, he hurt. When LeBron is hurt, he's hurt. Joel Embiid, he don't got to be hurt. He still won't play. He still ain't gonna play. Get out there on the court. He don't got to be hurt. He'll sit down. LeBron, he's hurt. So again, like Comment said, it's gonna kill the Lakers because again, you got smacked by 20 in Milwaukee, and you know who scored most of the points. You have Luka with 45. You have Reeves with 28. And you had Connect with another 10. Where's the other production coming from? Luka is gonna have the ball most of it. He's a guy that needs the ball. So Luka's got to do a better job of getting guys shots early so they can start warming up. You got to get a lot of ball movement. You can't just have everybody just standing around and you just creating your own offense. You got to get some more guys involved early in the game. Like this is how you're gonna win these games. You can't win like you ain't on the Mavericks. You're not on the Mavericks where you can win game, where you can dribble and win games by yourself. You with the damn Lakers. You in the Western. You still in the Western Conference. You got Austin Reeves on your team who's he's got a little bit of inconsistency to him, but he needs the ball in his hands too. Hey, you're in the tough part of your schedule. You need some other guys to step up. You're not going to win too many games if you're going to drop 45 a night. And you added guys like Dorian Finney-Smith, who's a very good shooter. You got guys like Gabe Vincent, who's a very good shooter. You got guys like Don Connect, who's a very good shooter. You need to find a way to balance that out the way your schedule is right now. The way it's looking with LeBron James, it looks bad on Luka. It looks bad on Luka right now because, again, you're dropping 30, you're dropping 45, but it doesn't mean nothing if the other guys is not getting involved. And then you're giving up 126 points. You turn the ball over, don't want to play defense, don't want to get back on defense. That's another thing what's wrong with Luka. You turn the ball over, you don't want to get back on defense. You don't want to go play defense.
He plays not a league.
You don't want to stay in front of nobody. So that's another major problem that needs to be corrected. So other than that, you need some more scoring production, but it starts with Luka. He's the point guard. He's the ball handler. He got to get other guys shots early and often, or this is not going to be looking too good. Even when LeBron James does come back in the lineup, hey, you got guys out there that need the ball in their hand, and like it starts with Luka. Luka is the scorer of this team, and he got to get other guys shots early and often, especially you're in the biggest stage of this road trip. Like again, seeding matters in the West. Seeding matters in the Western Conference. And like in the Western Conference, you got 1 through 8. You got it's probably 2 through 8 bunched up. 2 through 8 all bunched up together. You need these wins. You need these wins. You need other guys to step up. It's just Luka scoring 45 is all good. You trying your best to keep your team in the game, but you need other production guys. You ain't in Dallas when you had other guys. When you have Kyrie Irving that's on the floor, that's gonna match you. And you have other role guys. You ain't like that with the Lakers. You ain't got that with the Lakers, especially when LeBron out. And they ain't got it when AD. He's out. He's not with the Lakers no more. You know, you don't got a center inside who can score the ball who can put the ball in the ocean. So again, you got to find a way to get guys shots.
And you know, so everybody, we're gonna find out how good a coach JJ Redick is. We're gonna find what adjustments he's gonna make. We're really gonna find out right
AJ
now.
could have a damn heart attack.
He might. We're gonna find out right now. Even though it's his rookie year, but we're gonna find. I think he's gonna be put to the test. How is he gonna maneuver? How is he gonna? What adjustments is he gonna make? And we're gonna find out right now.
And I want to say one more thing. I want to go ahead and say one more thing. I want to go ahead and say one more thing before you go, Key. I know we can say injuries. Everybody has injuries. My team, we have Amin Thompson out. We have Reed Shepard out. Everybody has injuries. So we can't say, hey, because we got this man out. Everybody's banged up. Dallas, we playing Dallas tonight. Dallas got their whole lineup out. Everybody's banged up at some part of the season. So nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. Nobody's gonna feel you still gotta go out there and play. You still got Luka, you still got Austin Reeves out there on the floor. You still got Don't Connect. Thank God you got him back. You get him back. Yeah. I think he felt a physical or something. Thank God you get him back. But you
it was Mark. It was the Charlotte
Mark Williams.
It was Mark Williams that failed the physical. That's why I went and go there.
So thank God you got him. But you need this. Luka got to get these other guys involved. And like Conman said, this is gonna be a great test for JJ Redick, man. How do you handle adversity with LeBron James out? How do you get other guys involved into the game, bro? Luka? You got to tell Luka he got to get other guys involved, man. He got to trying to stop going out there and trying. I know you want to. 40 is good. 40 is good. 50 is good. But is it good if you're just losing games? If you're good if it's losing games and nobody else? Hey, other teams say, hey, we'll let Luka. We're not gonna stop Luka. We're not gonna stop Luka. We'll let Luka score, but we'll worry about these other guys out here. We'll stop him. We'll stop these other guys. Hey, and then we know Luka not gonna play defense. We know their defense gonna break down. We can score on their defense, but it's game planning that matters for JJ Redick, and especially in the Western Conference when you playing some of these playoff teams like the Kings who got Zach LaVine now. They got Zach LaVine now. They've been they up and down. Phoenix is a team you don't want to play them down the stretch because they still got KD, Book, and they still got Bill that's playing. They still got them guys that's playing. Them the kind of teams you don't want to even play down the stretch. So this is gonna be a great test for Coach JJ Redick, and everybody's hurt. Everybody's injured. At the end of everybody, you seen De'Aaron Fox go down for the season. Everybody's hurt in the middle of a playoff stretch. So it's not the time to go out there and blame injuries and feel sorry for yourself. And nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. You got to go out there. You got to go out there and get the job done. And figure out a way.
Yeah, Vanderbilt back.
Yeah, he played last night, and I think that's the issue. Like Vanderbilt's there for defense, but he can't score. Luka is going to score. Reeves is going to score. Connect is going to score, but they can't play defense.
Rui better have some good games.
You're going to have to.
Yeah. And you want to expect him to do both sides, though. And he'll be the only one, really. At this point, as crazy as it is, the LeBron injury affected the defensive side a lot more than you think.
True that. Mm-hmm.
You already don't have a big.
Yeah, well, y'all up 3-2 right now.
It's not. I appreciate that. Hey, I'm happy right now. I'm happy. We can end the show right now.
Comment, I gotta ask you a question on the Lakers real quick.
Oh, okay.
Why is Alex Len getting any minutes? He is terrible.
I think you, me, Coach, and Key can do better than him. I don't know why. Know why? He's big and he's sharp money. That's the only thing I can understand. He is terrible. I don't know why. He does absolutely nothing. I think their options are not that many, so they're gonna go with what they're gonna go with. They're gonna give him a shot, but I don't think he'll be playing very much because he belongs in not the G League, athlete. But anyway,
Is Luka not playing tonight?
Nah, he
he's
was
not
sitting
playing
out.
tonight. He's sitting out.
Oh, look, so y'all starting lineup is Vanderbilt, Lynn, Reeves, Godwin, and Connect.
you have to remind me, Keith. I'm already depressed. What do you?
Somebody else gotta feel. Look, at least you and going to the playoffs, Kyle, man. I'm sitting at home watching these. Well, I'm not even watching these bums. Look, I told y'all I can see the Sixers game for $50, $2 for the ticket, and then the rest for snacks.
You know what? I'm gonna have to just bring it up. Like, this ain't really a topic. It's just what came out. Daryl Morey said that Philly is using AI to make decisions. Like, what? We already know you use analytics on everything that you do. Now you're using AI. Like, I get technology is there, it's the future, but come on, man. Like, obviously, it ain't working. Like,
Two
where
words.
y'all at?
Yes. I test. Then my I test.
That should be the I you using, not AI. I test.
But there you go.
We're not talking about Allen Iverson AI. We're talking about artificial intelligence.
Hey, y'all can use him right now.
He couldn't do no worse than what they got.
The only good thing that's coming out, hopefully next year, we're bringing back those classic black jerseys that AI wore. That'll be the highlight of my season. Pretty much. I'm getting excited about jerseys. That's a shame.
That is sad. But hopefully LeBron comes back soon and comes back, at a high level, because the Lakers done dropped to the 4 seed. And like Dante was saying, 2 through 8, that's going to come down probably to the last game of the season for playoff seeding for there. And you really want to be in the 4 spot if possible, so you can try to have home court. That's going to be needed this playoff series, because it's a toss-up in the West.
As you know, it's about timing and standings. You want to be playing at your best at the right time. You want to be seated in the best position for you to move on. So that's going to be key. And with my Lakers right now, it don't look good. Can we move on?
Well, when you look, I can tell you, Carmen, you look better than the 76ers, though. You do look better than them because, again, Daryl Morey always uses, analytics and stuff. And again, Daryl Morey always will try to find a way. He knows one thing Daryl Morey know how to do. He know how to F up a team. I can say that. He know how to do that real, real good. He know how to, you got a man that's led your team to the playoffs 10 years in a row. That is James Harden. You lied to his face about his money. He ain't gonna go on national TV and say that. Not say that. You think Daryl Morey ain't told that man he was gonna pay him? You think James Harden will come out in public on national TV and say that? The man he has been working with all his career basically before he moved out of OKC. Then you go out there, Paul George and them having a great. Then after that playoff series, what really got me going? You had the MVP come out and said right after they lose in Game 7. You know what he said? You and James Harden can do all the work. Well, what was Joel Embiid in Game 6? What was you in Game 7? Why are you putting all the responsibility on your teammates? Why are you coming out here blaming your teammates? Well, what you done in Game 7? What you done in Game 6? Why you go 4 minutes without a basket? Why PJ Tucker cussing you out in Game 6? What are you? And then you had this fun with Paul George. You had this, everybody know Paul in all-season Paul George coming to the six. Everybody knew that. Now everybody flopping up and down. Now, hey, we got Doc Rivers. We got Doc Rivers. We got to get him out. We got to get him out of here. We got to get
flopping up and down.
We got to get Doc Rivers out of here. Here come Nick Nurse. He sucked the Philly fans right back in, and all of a sudden they have a bad playoff rotation. They have a bad bench. They get put out the playoffs again. Nick Nurse does the same thing that Doc Rivers do. You know what he don't play? Everybody say Doc Rivers didn't play the young guys. Well, is Nick Nurse play? Did Nick Nurse do the same thing? Because no, Daryl Morey got this team to beat the Boston Celtics. He wants to beat the Boston Celtics. He wants to make irrelevant. That's what he wants to do. Daryl Morey is not no tanking person. He's not no tanking person. He's gonna do whatever it takes to get to try to compete with Boston or New York. That's what Daryl Morey does. And like I say, as long as Daryl Morey a part of that Sixers organization, they're gonna continue to go down because you know why? He's going to continue to try to retool the team. He's not going to rebuild the team. He's going to try to retool the team instead of when you're supposed to be rebuilding. This is the time. You know Joel Embiid is never going to be healthy throughout a full season. You know that now. You know that now. You know you can't win a championship with him as probably as the best player. You might well call him Mr. No-Show now because he can't make it to a down Eastern Conference Finals. So you might well take that Mr. No-Show to him all of a sudden now. But other than that, Daryl Morey goes by analytics. Again, he's a man that knows how to mess up a team, and he's the man. And you go get Eric Gordon. Oh, of course, he's not right. Not the 3-point shooting champ, Eric Gordon with the Rockets. You got Eric Gordon, who's hit or miss. You get Walking Cane, Kyle Lowry. And guess what? You let Isaiah Joe go and become one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. You let Matisse Thybulle go. He knows how to shoot in Portland. You let you pass up Jason Tatum for Markelle Fultz. You go up and make those type of the organization is just becoming a shell of themselves as a whole. But you gotta put some of that at the feet of Daryl Morey, and you gotta hold Joel Embiid. People gotta start holding that man more accountable because now you out of shape every year. Coming into camp to where you can't play at the beginning of the season. You give Paul George all his money and he gets hurt in the preseason. He gets hurt in the preseason. He down and breaks his legs in the preseason. To where he can't play. And he's been podcasting all year long instead of being on the goddamn court. He's been podcasting. He's been on his podcast all year long. You wouldn't think the man hurt. You wouldn't even think he's hurt.
And coach,
instead of he spent more time in the podcast than being on the court. This man spent more time on the podcast than being on the court. How is that possible? But again, that's Daryl Morey. That's the way he wants to do it. This man wants to win so bad that he's going to retool this. He's going to try to retool this team to try to beat Boston in New York, and it ain't going to work.
Well, to go with the coach's rants. I love to hear them.
Oh, you know that.
And well, hey, Dante has to deal with Daryl Morey quite a bit in Houston.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and it's crazy. Daryl Morey leaves. Brings us to our next topic: the rise of Houston. I know, like maybe about 2 years ago, we were talking about who got next. Where everybody was saying it was going to be OKC. So they coming into their own finally, number 1 seed, possible a deep playoff run. Like we said earlier, I don't think they're going to be win the championship this year, but making some noise. Last week, we talked about the Pistons. Young team, up and coming. Houston, another young team. They got some good veterans on that team. They got a great coach.
Coach who I wanted, but okay.
My question for y'all is right now, looking into the future, who y'all think got next? Detroit or Houston? Who's coming up? And if you think there's another team that's, a young and up-and-coming team who's going to be coming up in the future, put them in there too.
I'm going to say Houston only because, they got a good GM over there in Raphael Stone. And then you go get Udoka, who is a hard-nosed, don't take no stuff type of coach. Something that players really need. They went out and got Fred VanVleet, who champion, the veteran, still serviceable, still can play a lot of minutes, still can play basketball, put the points on the board. Got Dylan Brooks. Everybody needs a villain on their team. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody needs a villain on their team. Dylan Brooks is that guy, but he can still give you some buckets when he's on, play good defense, and you got the young guys. Still got Jalen Green. Still got the rookies, Shepard, one of the Thompson twins. I like the way Houston's turning things around, and they keep balling the way they are and keep drafting and wanting to get guys there. Houston's going to be one of those teams that, all right, you know what? I like the culture of the team. Let me go there. Houston's about to be a destination spot only because of the coaching and the players. I'm going to say Houston.
I'm not mad at that answer. I already know who you going to say, Dante.
Oh, this
like,
could be.
I would say I like I say, I don't want to be biased. I I could talk a lot more about my squad, but being in the Eastern Conference, if Nolan's Cade Cunningham stay healthy, I believe Detroit can be something. I mean, especially the way the bottom of the East is. They got a good like I say, shout out to the coach JB Bickerstaff over there, man. He knows how to coach. The culture is turned around. Like it's something about when you get that damn coach, bro. It's something. It's just something about it. Like it's like when you get. It's like having a relief, man. It's like when you get a quarterback in the NFL, you just know, hey, we can be in any ball game because we got a quarterback. It's just like when you get a coach and you got a guard, you got guards on your team like Jaden Ivey, and you got guard play like Cade Cunningham, who can score the ball when he's healthy. You got good veteran players. I mean, like that. I think they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good because the Eastern Conference is not so good. Atlanta's still not good. Chicago still can't be good. They still can't find a way to be good. I mean, the Pacers, they here and there.
Better than this.
Okay, they here and there. But again, where you gotta like the Rockets, instantly, when we got Ime Udoka, I knew we were gonna be good. I say he's gonna come in, change some things. He's gonna drive, and then you gotta give credit to Raphael Stone. He got James Harden ass up out of there.
Yeah,
he got them picks. He got them up out of there and got them picks. And you know what he did with it? He drafted the right players. Something that the Sixers don't know how to do. They don't know how to draft, but the Rockets know how to draft. They know how to draft players. They know how to draft Tyree Eason. They know how to draft Amen Thompson, who could be one of the best defenders. Amen Thompson, he's a hell of a defender. This man got a chance to be a part of the defensive player of the year discussion. The way he plays, you got Tyree Eason. We call them the Terror Twins because them guys, when they on the floor together, they play great sound defense. We got that Turkey dude, Alp, one of the best young centers in the game, was an all-star this year. Fred VanVleet, who's won a championship. Dylan Brooks, who's shooting his career high in three-point shooting this year.
Did not see that coming.
He's a good hell of a defender and a great shooter. Cam Whitmore, who we just drafted. Key know him very well. Plays for Villanova. Hey, she love her Villanova guys. He's an up and coming guy. So again, like I say, we made. I'm gonna say Detroit because in the Eastern Conference, but it's like as soon as we got Ime Udoka, I knew all the things will be. You see what we did with Kevin Porter Jr. did what he did. You see Ime Udoka got him and it out. Hey, we ain't for to play that. You up out the door. We ain't for the play. No, we ain't for to play on none of that. If you don't come in, work hard, play hard. If you don't get back on defense, Ime Udoka gonna pull you out. If you don't play hard every possession, Ime Udoka gonna pull you out. He's a tough nonsense head coach, and I like that. And the moment we got him, I knew we were gonna be good. You seen the way we improved after the last 2 years when we had with Steven Side. We went 41-41 in the Western Conference. Now we have a chance to get to the third seed. After tonight, but because of that Denver and the Lakers game, and we own wins over both of those squads. But that's a huge game. But other than that, both the Pistons and the Rockets both up and come out. The Pistons in the Eastern Conference should be a little more easier because as long as they stay healthy. But shout out to JB Bickerstaff, and I think he should be in discussion for Coach of the Year too. JB Bickerstaff with the Detroit Pistons, I think he should be in that discussion too.
We'll bring that up next week. Comment?
You know what?
Next.
I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go Detroit in the East and Houston in the West. I'm gonna tell you why too. I gotta give a shout out to my boy Dave Lalo, who told me about them Thompson twins when he coached them with overtime elite. I know Coach knows about that. He coached him at overtime elite. My guy Dave Blair, so I got to give a shout out to him first. But I like the fact that Houston, and when a coach talked about coaching, it's not only coaching, it's culture. You know, when you develop both of them, that's when you see all the differences. And when Udoka comes in, like Coach said, ain't no games. You know the culture, you know what you're going. And Bickerstaff, he's finally getting under or out of his father. His father was the main man, if y'all know about his dad. His dad coached for like 100 years, was very known, well known, and he's finally coming into his own. And the players love to play for him. And he is bringing a lot of greatness out of Cunningham and coming out of his bag. And again, the culture. He's starting from the get-go and building that culture. Once you have that culture and then you have experience along with the culture, it makes a world of difference. And I think both teams with both coaches, both cultures, another thing we didn't talk about, system. How players play in their system. What the system does to benefit the players.
Elaborate.
You want to go there? I'll go there. We'll be it'll take me too long. What I mean, what you got to do is you got to look at what your team is. You got to build around your team based on what they do best. And a lot of coaches, I got two coaches that are above me here. A lot of coaches, what they do is they bring their system to what their system is. Whereas you got to look at where your talent level is and build on that. And try to focus and bring whatever it is that you want to bring in at that particular time. And coaching is all about system. If you notice, Coach said this, some players play on the team, they get traded, they play better somewhere else. There's a reason. It's the system. People don't talk about that. It's the system. Some players can play in that system, some can't. It's called adapt to it.
And then again, I want to counter what Common said, but I'm gonna agree with him more and more on this one because again, like Ime Udoka went for Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, NBA Finals ready-made team. And even that team during the season was not playing great.
Right.
So he went until he went to the media and called Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown out. That team, the rest of the way after the All-Star break, went 30-9.
True.
After he called that team out, and then went to the NBA Finals. Then he gets, he does what he does. But to come to Houston and change, and we was an AAU team. Everybody knew it. Everybody knew he was tanking. Everybody knew he wasn't trying to win games. That's how you know you're a great coach. That's how you know you're a great coach. When you come into a 16 win, when you can bring free agents, it starts with the coach. The players gonna want to play for that. It starts with the coach. You bring in the right coach, and now Fred VanVleet is on the market. All of a sudden, you get him because guess what? Ime Udoka. You get Dylan Brooks. Ime Udoka like a tough nose, hard nose. You know,
right.
They don't have the attitude. You know, Memphis wanted him gone. People that everybody talked about didn't want in the NBA. It was questions about was he going to be in the NBA? Now he's playing some great basketball and proving everybody wrong that hey, I can shoot, I can play the game of basketball. He bringing that toughness, he bringing the hard nose, and he bringing the defense in. That's how you know, hey, this man is a hell of a coach, man. This man is a hell of a coach. You got some coaches that that comes into ready-made systems that you don't know, that you really don't know. Hey, is this like you got Steve Kerr, for example. Mark Jackson took over that team, Warriors team. That's Mark Jackson's squad.
Damn right.
Steve Kerr put a better system around it and put a better system, put better offensive movements. But you had the guys. The guys were already built up because of Mark Jackson. They were already built up. So you already was in a system. Ime Udoka jumped from a system that he brought that not only Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but went to another one, my Rockets, and changed the whole dynamic of the team. JB Bickerstaff went from Monty Williams really not wanting to be a coach who just played you just know when you're in a relationship and when you think you're in a relationship, but this girl really playing you for some money. That's what you felt like. That's what you kind of felt. That's what you felt like. Monty Williams did the Pistons.
He did.
Monty Williams played the Pistons for the money. He played it for the money. JB Bickerstaff comes right in, a loyal. Now you got you a loyal girlfriend, got you a loyal person. He brings his own coaching staff in. Now look how they doing. Now look how they doing. Look at Chris. Now look how they doing. Now look how they doing. They are a playoff team. They come. Yeah. Hey, everybody picking on Tobias Harris in Philly. Come on, Tobias Harris. We'll give you a hug. We'll treat you like family. Hey. He's in the playoffs all of a sudden. The Sixers, where they at? They down at the bottom. They down at the bottom at home looking at Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris goes into Philadelphia. He's having a great game against Philadelphia. You know what he told the crowd? He told the crowd to shut the hell up. He let them know, hey, you shut the hell up. You wanted me up out of here. But like that, it was just, I would just say that more, agreeing with comment more, but saying I didn't want to get that about that. Like, Monty Williams played the Pistons for the money. He didn't want to coach because if he really wanted to coach, he would have took in that first deal they offered him. They really bumped the pay up, and he really took the money. Now, they let him go. They let him go. They let him walk. They kicked him out. They say you got to go. JB Bickerstaff gets fired from Cleveland. He comes over there now. Hey, you got you somebody that's loyal. You got you somebody that's gonna work with you when you're down and when you're up and stuff like that. That's like again, the Pistons and the Rockets are they especially the Pistons. They're in the Eastern Conference, so it's gonna be a lot more easy than
yeah, he said no hoodies. Look what happened.
Man, I think it's gonna be fun to watch both of these teams in the next few years. We talk about the face of the league and everything. You just gotta worry about the future. I don't really care about that face stuff. It's just, who cares about all that? I just want to watch basketball. And yes, both of these teams play well. They play both ends of the court. And it's just crazy. These are both first-year coaches. And look what they're doing. The first year with the team. Coaches, right. And just to turn around in both of these teams. I don't have any kind of analogy like coach in a relationship with that was brilliant, man. I praise you for that one. Please make that a clip.
We'll make you watch you laugh on that. Somebody got to put that out there. Put a video
out there. Please make that a clip.
You got to put that in Chris was laughing. I was looking at Chris the whole time. But that's how that's just how it was, Ime Udoka just coming in. We go 41-41 the very first year. I kind of knew we was gonna improve. In the Western Conference, we got 41-41. We almost make it. We go on that big winning streak. This year, I knew we was gonna be better. I didn't think we was gonna be this much good, but I knew we was gonna be. While I said we was gonna be between the 6 and the play-in, now we got a chance to be between the 3 and getting all the way in, not getting all the way in. So
having home court would be
crazy.
Look, we can't even buy a play-in. Shoot.
That is crazy because Joel Embiid don't even want to play basketball, and then Kyle Lowry out there on a walking cane. Y'all want to bring him back. Yeah, and
I love my Nova guys, and Lowry's one of them. But it's just time to hang it up.
It's time to go. It's time. He did his thing.
He got his ring.
He got his money.
It's the NBA. There's a chance he could be in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, he was the best Toronto. He's up there in the best Toronto Raptor in Toronto Raptors history. So that says a lot.
Yeah,
Famer in an organization. Like when you're a Hall of Famer in an organization, that dude says a lot.
Yeah.
And Kyle Lowry was that with the Raptors.
I think he'll get in, but not first go around.
No, I don't think he's not a first ballot. He's not first ballot.
No,
but he does go in.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, one thing that happened last week, LeBron James confronted Stephen A. Smith after Stephen A. Smith had been overly critical of his son, Bronny James. He really wasn't criticizing Bronny as much as he was saying, hey, LeBron, you know, you need to get Bronny to sit down. He's not ready. We all heard what he said. So LeBron confronted him, hey, keep my son's name out your mouth. Stephen A's doing like a tour right now, it seems like, where he's talking about all the stuff that's happened about it. We haven't talked about it yet, so I just want to hear your thoughts on it. I'm going to start with you, Dante. How do you feel with what Stephen A said and with how LeBron handled it and Stephen A's follow-up to it as well?
Well, like I said, I mean, Stephen A saying about Bronny, I mean, at the same time, it's true, but you know how a player is. You know how, he was only drafted in the NBA because of his dad. That is true. Stephen A wasn't wrong about that. He wasn't ready for the NBA. Stephen A wasn't wrong about that. But you just know how LeBron is gonna do. You know how LeBron as a player, and a dad gonna do. He's gonna defend his son. He's gonna have faith in his son. But Stephen A did not say anything wrong about it. He did not say anything wrong. He was right. I mean, it's proven. I mean, Bronny James was not going to be picked. I don't believe he was not going to be picked in the NBA draft. I don't believe if it wasn't for LeBron James, he was not going to be picked. And Stephen A didn't say nothing wrong, but LeBron James as the dad, he's gonna like LeBron James. Everybody know LeBron James got some say so in with organizational moves. He's gonna play it. He's always done that. He's always had some say so. No matter if he was in Cleveland, the only thing he didn't have no say so in is Miami. And you know what? Pat Riley kicked him out. Let him go. But the only thing you can't say nothing. Oh, that's the Rockets right now and the Miami Heat. You can't go to those organizations thinking you can run things up and down. Or you're gonna find yourself about the door up on that one. So that LeBron James, that's the only organization that LeBron James that don't have a say so. You have a say so in Cleveland, you have a say so with the Lakers. And his opinion matters. And Stephen A. Smith's opinion, and he wasn't wrong. I mean, we all know he had a say so in bringing Bronny to the Lakers. We all know he had a say so of nobody but the Lakers don't draft him. At that time of the draft, because Boston was right there too. Picking right there. And everybody knew, after Boston moved, everybody knew that Bronny James was going to get picked by the Lakers. So again, Stephen A didn't say anything wrong. I didn't feel like he did anything wrong. I thought he did nothing but told the truth. And I just think LeBron James, as a dad, he's gonna have he has faith in his son. He's gonna trust in his son, and he's gonna come out and say something about it, whether if he likes it or not. But still, I don't think Stephen A. Smith said anything wrong. I think he said everything he said was absolutely right, and it's proven. Like if you was NBA ready, you will be playing right now. You will be playing in the NBA as of right now. If you was NBA ready, you will be getting some minutes. If you was NBA ready, you wouldn't go back and forth to the G League if you was NBA ready. So at the end of the day, Stephen A. wasn't wrong, and like I say, LeBron James, he's gonna have all the faith in the world in his son. So
Key.
There's a time and a place for everything, and I just felt like LeBron did that at the wrong moment. Even though Stephen A. was courtside at the game, he could have easily maybe went, in the locker room halftime and said, "Yo, Stephen A., when you get a second, let me holler at you." Could have called him on his phone. "Hey, can I talk to you?" Because he's seen him, and of course, them two were talking, and then it got caught on camera. So of course, they're going to ask what happened. But bro, if you're going to be mad at Stephen A. for talking about your kid, you need to go talk to everybody else in the media and on sports that talked about Bronny James. You're going to talk to the Get Up crew. You got to talk to somebody. You got to talk to Big Perk. You got to talk to everybody else who talked about Bronny. It just wasn't Stephen A. And Stephen A. wasn't necessarily talking about Bronny in a personal way. He was talking about you, LeBron. I
think that's kind of what triggered it too.
What? I've never seen a person in NBA history. How are you a part-time G Leaguer? How? You don't go to no away games. You only play home games. I didn't know that was possible. You are part-time, you a two-way player, but you play part-time in the G League. You don't even get all the minutes in the G League. I just feel like I get it. LeBron want to play with his son. That's history. I understand that. And you want that too. But at the same time, if I'm in that position and I know deep you okay, you know how you got your kid that's playing football, and you know he stink. Little league, you know he stink, but you still gotta be that dad to cheer him on. I feel like that's how it is. We all know Bronny, he can play, but he still got some game he needs to learn. He should have stayed down in college. He probably would get all the minutes, but of course he's not going to tell his son he stink. Of course he's but I just think he's sugarcoating things. He know his son ain't right for the NBA right now. He know he ain't. He can play in the G League all he want. But that's still not getting him NBA ready. He should have stayed in college maybe a year or two, and then would have come out. His stock would have been mad high. He probably would have been on a top-notch team, getting NBA minutes right now. But I think, again, he's defending his kid. What dad wouldn't, what father wouldn't. But at the same time, I still think you did it right in the wrong setting. You could have pulled Stephen A aside another time and asked that behind closed doors, and this one it blew up the way it did. But because you pulled him aside because he's sitting courtside, you made it and blown up into a bigger proportion. But don't just get mad at Stephen A. Get mad at everybody else who's talking about Bronny. It wasn't just Stephen A. It's a business. This is what you're going to talk about. Of course, you're going to talk about Bronny. 55th pick. The draft's almost over. You almost Mr. Irrelevant. I just feel like I get it from both sides. LeBron is defending his son. Stephen A is doing what he's supposed to do. He's a journalist. He's going to talk about you. He's going to not talk about you, but he's going to talk about the situation. So I'm going to stick with Stephen A on this side.
All right. Comment?
Okay. You know what? I've been thinking about this for about 2 days, and both sides. LeBron did so much to have JJ Redick as the coach. LeBron did the sports podcast. LeBron initiated his son getting chosen by the Lakers. You know, Stephen A was doing his damn job. And like Keith said, keep that same energy to everybody else. But you can't do it. There's too many people who were saying or thinking what Stephen A was. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break it grassroots. Simple. We can go back and forth, but check this out. And I thought about this, and I'm glad we talked about this tonight because I wanted to bring it up. In LeBron's rookie or second year, he got in a confrontation. His mother came out the stands to try to protect her son. LeBron said, you all know what I'm going to say, okay? Reason being, he was like, let me handle this. Let me be the man. What I'm trying to say is, I don't think LeBron should have backed up. His son is a professional now. He got to be on his own. He got to handle his business, not depend on daddy. Not saying that he was, but LeBron wanted to be a father. I understand that. Just like his mother wanted to be a mother. So if you look at it grassroots, I think that LeBron kind of caused all this ruckus. He's the one that did all this stuff. And of course, Bronny being the 55th pick, I don't blame nothing on Bronny. And I'm going to tell you something. He's going to be in the NBA. I guarantee he may not be a star, but he'll be in the NBA. So my point, and I'll end it because I want to ramble on, but I think what was done to LeBron as a young man, he did it to his son. So he should have been breaking the cycle. What I mean by that is he's a professional now. He getting paid. Let him be a grown man. I mean, what did Stephen A. say that was that bad? Do you know what I mean? But it was blown out of proportion. Everybody's talking. It's not that big a damn deal. Everybody knows. Everyone was questioning whether or not he should have been drafted. Everyone knows how and why. And I mean, I'm gonna say one more thing, and because it bothers me. You know, I don't know. See, I don't have a dad. I never had it, so I'm going from that aspect. My dad, passed away when I was real young, so I'm trying to look at it. If I did have a dad, would I want him to interfere if I had a beef? Do you know? I mean, I'm coming from that angle, and I just think that he should let LeBron be a man.
And I want to say one thing before you go, Chris, about this. Jaylen Brown came out and said it that he wasn't a pro. LeBron James I ain't say nothing to him as the player. Everybody read Jaylen Brown lips when you saw him in even when you saw him in the summer league when he wasn't playing great. And Jaylen Brown said, looked at these WNBA players, said, "Oh, he's not a pro. He's not NBA ready. He's not NBA ready."
Sure.
So a lot of people came out and said it. A lot of people knows why he's drafted. So why you not sharing that same energy to everybody else? Just everybody else is just saying it. Everybody else is people are gonna have their opinions about your son, whether if you like it or not, whether if you just like it or not. I mean, he's getting paid a lot of money. Bronny, for a second round pick, a guaranteed spot.
Yeah.
Who gets that type of money? They get a guaranteed spot and you don't have to play games. You don't travel on road trip. You just making free money. You just making free.
That's hurting him too. How is he learning like that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, again, if your kid was NBA ready, I mean, he would be actually playing. He'll be actually playing. But other than that, a lot of people came out and said, Bronny James ain't ready. Bronny James ain't ready. A lot of people say he's not a pro. And then you have, including the players, came out and said he's not ready. He's not ready. He's not ready to play. I mean, he bet when he does plays in the G League, he doesn't play that well. He still hasn't popped off really. So, I mean, you putting a lot of pressure on him. But again, Stephen A. Smith is a respectable guy. That's why ESPN keep him on all the time. He's gonna say what he has to say. He's gonna say what's on his mind, and he doesn't really care what anybody says. He doesn't really care. That's just how Stephen A. Smith is. He's gonna say what's on his mind, and if you disagree with it or agree with it, he's gonna say it. And that's what Stephen A. Smith said, and that's what most of the NBA players said. Even WNBA players came out and said it. Even analysts came out and said that Bronny James wasn't ready. But you go at Stephen A. Smith at the way you went at him, like he said, but you ain't come at everybody else. You ain't come at everybody else. I mean, LeBron James, the dad, came into this, but your son a professional now. He's a grown man. He's in the NBA. He's in the league with the big boys now. You gotta let him handle himself. You gotta let him. You gotta learn how to let him. You gotta take the diaper off of him.
And one more thing before Chris goes, because I know Chris gonna rant. Check it out. If any one of y'all could average 4 points a game coming off the bench and become 55th pick in the NBA, you talk to me now.
Oh shoot, I can give you 12 points. Sign me up.
I know y'all could.
So, all right. My thoughts on this is if Bronny's name was Kevin Brown, if that was the name on his jersey, and he still came in the NBA with his college career, he's the 55th pick, do we care?
Nope.
That's the problem. There's players who's going to be drafted with that same stat line, everything that Bronny had in college, who will be 55.
Oh.
But we wouldn't say that they're not ready. We're going to say it about Bronny because he's LeBron's son. Bronny already came in with a big target on his back.
Yeah.
Just by being LeBron James Jr. When he got that name,
yep,
it was going to be hell for him to do anything in life. His expectations are already going to be high. So I don't agree with Stephen A saying it or making this big deal about it, just simply because if he wasn't LeBron James' son, you wouldn't have had that conversation. You wouldn't have said that about anyone else, any other player that's a 55th pick. Now, if Bronny's a lottery pick, all right, now you took somebody's spot. At 55, the best 55th pick of all time is probably Patty Mills right now. And maybe I'm a little bit biased too because I really don't care for Stephen A. Smith. He does too much for me. But I just think that I think Bronny gets a lot of unfair criticism. He's not doing terrible in the G League.
I mean,
but he doesn't have. Say it again.
He got 5 points right now.
Are they playing right now?
Yeah, they Denver up 51-49.
Oh, Bronny's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I am like, okay, there you go.
No, you had to stick it to come, man.
Wait, we said that Dalton Connect and Reeves got to step up. They the two leading scorers in double figures right now. Only down.
What did I just say, come, man? Come and see. What did I
Let's go. Let's go.
We got to see if it's gonna keep going, though. We got to see if it's gonna keep going. But
what's the quarter key?
5:16 left in the second. Denver up 52-49.
We all know what's gonna happen, so
Joker's not having a Joker-like game today. He's already 5 for 10 with 12 points.
That's still early though.
That's
he can heat up any second. Him or Jamal Murray. That's why Denver is scary come playoff time. Because if Jamal Murray he's up, it's over.
Him and Westbrook, the only double figures. Westbrook and Joker.
I am not a Westbrook fan. I've made that known, but his resurgence in Denver has been is great to see.
yeah.
Like, I can't hate on it. I'm happy he's getting his shine right now. He's balling. I don't want Denver to get a ring. I don't want him to get the ring because then would be something he'd have over Chris Paul. But that's a story for another day.
Oh, you know that. Here we go.
I'm happy to see Westbrook doing great right now. Because, after the Lakers fiasco, everybody was ready to kick him out the league.
And I've always been a Westbrook person. Like, I've always liked him since OKC. It's just that, when he played, everybody was like, oh, he can't play with Houston. He could. It's just he set the tempo more than Harden did. The thing with Westbrook is he's accepted his role now that he's not a starter. He can come off the bench.
Yeah.
So
The thing, I'm going to interrupt you, Key, is that he plays 120% every play. You got to like that. You got to respect it. Whether you like his game or not. I mean, he shot poorly when he was with the Lakers. But right now, like he said, he's accepted his role. He's way out in Denver. Ain't nothing to do. I ain't going to say too much. But, I mean, he got more time to chill. I think you know where I'm going with that. But, I mean, I think he's playing his role. He's playing a lot better. And Jokic, he loves him. So that's what I think.
Yeah. Man. Well, y'all, I saw Dante just hopped off. It's probably about that time for us anyway. I think, we had a very great show tonight. Thank y'all for y'all time. I mean, Dante had one of his great rants, brought some analogies. Key, please make that clip. Oh man, but get y'all's final thoughts. Then we gonna
I don't got no good analogies. Do I got any last? I don't think I got any. I think if I did, I forgot now. But told y'all I was coming up here and I'm here. So I had to all week I've been doing the clock for the girls playoff games and stuff like that. So I've been doing the clock in the book. So I go to sleep hearing the damn buzzer. So it's
how much longer the season got?
Huh?
How How much longer is left?
Well, my season's done. My little guys lost in the semis before the championship. I know we got the girls' championship is tomorrow. I was supposed to be there, but I'm not because I got asked to coach the All-Star game for my little guys. So I'm gonna get to coach one more time for the season, then it'll be over. But the older kids now, their playoffs are starting. So the little kids, they're done early. They get them out the way. That's why I like the 8-year-olds. They get them out the way and early. We done by this is the time we're done. March is the end of my season, and then I can go support the other kids. But I've been doing the book and the clock. Got me doing the scorebook. Kids, kids coming up to me? How much I get? Like, you go out there and finish playing. It's halftime. You wonder how many points you got. Make a layup. Okay, I'm sorry. I got this grinds my gears. So 14 you played tonight. The amount of layups that was missed don't make no sense. I tell my 8-year-old kids, the backboard is your best friend. I wouldn't lie to you. You lay it up, just go into there. They get so excited to get a fast break and then go, and they forget how to lay it up. Slow down. They be too fast going into the. You got to slow your momentum down to lay the ball up because if not, it's going to bounce right off. Make your layups, y'all. Make the layups. That's the easiest shot you're going to get in the game. Make the layups. The missed layups irk my nerves. I'll take you missing shots all day long, but a layup? Kids, hit your layups. Use the backboard. I'm telling you, it goes in every time. But that's my rant about missing layups.
Mr. Khan, man.
Well, you know what? I enjoyed doing the show with you guys, man. I have a blast. I think we got a great crew. I enjoyed doing it. But one question you had, I'm glad you didn't bring it up because it's been driving me nuts. That question that you posed, name your top 5 of all time two-way.
Oh, yeah. We come next week.
Just ask that because that's driving me nuts. We can say that for next week. That is a tough one, man. That is real tough.
Next week. I knew we didn't have enough time to get into it tonight. We had some good stuff tonight, so
yes.
Let's come in next week.
Make layups great again. Yes, layups. They the easiest. Besides free throws, because they free. Layups is the most easiest shot in basketball you can make.
Backboard is your friend. The backboard is your friend.
Is that taught now? Because I remember growing up.
Not really.
Try to hit the square and knock it in. Like that was.
Yes, I'm telling you, hit that square. I tell my kids all the time, hit the top of the square. It's going to go in. Goes in every time.
I don't think nobody does it anymore. You're trying to just hit nothing but net. Like that's what it seems like.
No,
and Greg Key, go ahead.
I tell we just don't do the layup line. I take them from end to end. So when they on that fast break, so when they're running down, when they get halfway, I tell them I tell them to count it 1, 2, and 2. The ball should be up. 2 steps, lay it up. That's it. Backboard.
Basketball 1-on-1. The square. If you go by the square, you got more surface. Try to shoot. You got less surface. When you use the backboard, you got the whole surface. Think about it. To me, that's how I was brought up, Judge Mikan. I'm going to teach Key a few things, but basketball 1-on-1. Think about it. You teach your kids. Would you rather have a bigger surface or smaller? That means your chances are unlikelier to make that as opposed to having an angle like this. And when you use the backboard. I don't know if I made it as clear as I wanted to, but
no, I get you.
I've been using the backboard all my life.
This comment right here.
That's how I grew up.
Like, just want to shoot threes like Steph. It's
no
not all about the 3-pointers.
Wrong. I referee to this day. Matter of fact, I started refereeing in 2 months. And before the games begin, I'm gonna tell y'all, the kids come in. First thing they're doing is shooting 3-pointers. They can't even make a 2. They're shooting 3s. Yep. But I know we've been going on too long. I could go on all night with you guys, man. So I'll let you chill.
Hey, I'm off tomorrow. Man, I just enjoy talking to y'all. It's good to have some people with just basketball knowledge.
Yeah.
Man, once again, thank y'all for letting me join y'all. I hope we did a great show tonight. I know we had our fun. I hope everybody, watching had some fun with us. We'll be back next week, next Friday, same time. We already got some topics together we talked about tonight. Man, just looking forward to another week of it. We got some more basketball coming up. Man, I feel sorry for your Lakers. They got a hell of a schedule. But
don't feel sorry for my Sixers. You already know we stink.
Nah, y'all through.
We had the G League lineup out there tonight.
What you think the Spurs about to do? It's over for the Spurs, man. Like,
but the Spurs
Chris Paul get there.
Spurs still got some good kids though. Castle.
Oh, like him from UConn. He's nice.
Yeah, that's next year. We'll worry about that. But we can hang this year up, man. Like,
no
Wemby or De'Aaron Fox for the Spurs.
No Pop either.
I don't think Pop's coming back.
You think he's through?
I think Pop's done.
Man, but what a great ambassador for the game of basketball.
Yeah.
That gives me something to think about next week, y'all. But on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Keith, comment, it's been a pleasure. We look forward to talking to y'all next week.
You know it.
Have a good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. Peace.